Hi everyone, welcome to today's seated strength training routine. We will be seated for today's entire routine. We have a warm-up followed by 3 cycles of 6 exercises. Those 6 exercises will be put together in pairs, so 3 pairs, 3 cycles. We're gonna go through the whole thing. I'm gonna talk you through everything that you should be feeling, how to do the exercises correctly. My one rule is everything within your own comfort and control. Okay, so that means use a range of motion you can control. And if it's causing pain, let's avoid it, see about some modifications. We are going to go through a warm-up first. So that warm-up is going to be arm hugs, just like this. We're going to do a seated hinge, okay? So we're just going to be leaning forward like this, keep our back nice and straight, come right back up to the top. Then with some light weight, I'm gonna have you just go overhead press, and we're gonna do that for 10, okay? You can always just hold one weight and press up just like that too. So let's go ahead and get into it. Join me for arm hugs. Here we go. Let's do 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and hinge forward. So you'll notice that I have some, well, we won't be using any of the weights back there, don't worry. But I have a couple weights with me. You'll see 10 reps for our loaded exercises. If you're new to strength training, pick a weight, or you could do 15 reps. So it means you had 5 reps in the tank, okay? If you're more advanced, you could do where you have 2 or 3 reps left in the tank. And let's go ahead and grab our lighter weights, 10 overhead press, here we go. And as you go through this, you'll also get a 30-second rest period. I encourage you to use it. You get asked this relatively frequently, do I need to use the rest? I definitely encourage you to use the rest. That's how your muscles recover so that you can lift more the next time around and get those positive adaptations. Let's get those weights down and go through this one more time. Arm hugs, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hinge forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep your back nice and straight. And 10, let's get our weights, get that overhead press in. And then after this, we'll get into the workout. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's get into it. So the first exercise that we're gonna do is an upright row. So for this, you might actually be able to use your mediums for both of these. So the upright row is we're just here and bring the weight up like this. Pretend like there's a glass wall in front of you. You don't wanna swing out like this. We're just going straight up like that. Then we're gonna put the weights together and press straight out for a chest press. So the first one's gonna work your shoulders. Next one's gonna work your shoulders and your chest, okay? 10 and 10, here we go. 1, 2, 3, remember, keep it close. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go ahead and push those weights together. Here we go. 1, and the more you squeeze them together, the more it gets your chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's put those down, take a 30-second break. We'll be back here soon. Next two exercises, use your lighter ones. Actually, a conceptually starting point to the upright row you just did. So we're going up, but then we're gonna rotate out. This is called the Cuban press, okay? Up and rotate out. Then palms down, we're going to do the curl, okay? Those two are paired together. Here we go. 1, so this is working your shoulders, your rotator cuff 2, so your stabilizer muscles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's get those weights down and doing our curl. Here we go. So this is working your biceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, doing great. 8, 9, and 10. All right, take a 30-second break and we have our last 2 exercises. All right, so we will be doing that seated Romanian deadlift. So what I would encourage you to do is hold a weight like this now, so it's a little bit harder than the warm up. Lean forward, keep your back nice and straight, come right back. That's going to be number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna give you 2 options. What you can do is squat right from the chair, so feet wide, toes pointed out, come up out of your chair, sit back down onto that chair. What you can also just do is a march. I always mix up my arms on this. Wasn't a sprinter. March in place, okay, until we're done with the squats. So let's go ahead, get into 10 of these. Keep your back straight, lean forward. 1, it's gonna work the back side, or actually what's called our erectors, so your back muscles. Feel your glutes working a little bit too. You might feel a stretch in your hamstrings. My biggest challenge is speaking while counting. So you're all gonna have to forgive me if I simply can't count. I'm gonna call that 9 and 10. All right, so for the squat, you can hold the weight, you don't need to hold the weight. You can always do that march that I showed you too. Let's get into it. 1, and as you go down, don't let your knees cave in. 2, and if you wanna do the squat to the chair, but maybe the chair is a little bit too low, you can always stack cushions. So you just go within your own comfort and control. And I failed to count again. This seems like 9. Someone can go through and rewind it and tell me I'm wrong. We'll do a bonus rep, right? Yeah. Bonus rep still could have been 9. Okay, we just finished the first round. It's gonna be up to you if you wanna join me for a second. If you are, I'll see you back here in 30 seconds. Here we go, back into the upright row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's go ahead. Put those weights together for the squeeze press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10. All right, take a 30-second break and we'll get our lighter weights ready. Let's get into that Cuban press. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and let's get into our curl. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See you back here in 30 seconds for the Romanian deadlift and squat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and let's do our squat. Here we go. Or remember, you can do that march in place. 2, and pick a speed that you feel comfortable with. Luckily for you, if I'm going too fast, that's paired with the fact that I can't count. 7, I think, 8, 9, and 10. All right, go ahead and take a break. If you are going to stick with me, we will close out with that final third round. Let's get into that final third round, upright row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, squeeze press. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, see you back here in 30 seconds for the upright or the Cuban press. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's go ahead and do our curl. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, well done. 30-second break, and we're gonna close it out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's get into that final squat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Try not to let your legs wiggle in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hey, awesome job today. Looking forward to seeing you for another one soon.